Hello everyone, welcome to the next lecture on the CSIR NET, GATE and the IIT JAM mathematics. Today I will explain you how you can solve the differential equations problem with the help of the Wronskian in the 15-second time periods. Myself Dr. Harish Garg, you can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel. Now, first of all, what is a Wronskian? Firstly, I will tell you in the first 10 minutes the various shortcut tricks and the concept about the Wronskians. So please don't write within the first 10 minutes. उसके बाद आप देखोगे हर क्वेश्चन को आप within the 15-second time period में solve कर जाओगे. Fine. So first of all, whenever you can define the Wronskians of the two solutions y1 and y2, then it is always the square matrix. And it is defined as y1, y2, second row is my derivative. If you have the three solutions y1, y2, y3, then you can define as a 3 cross 3 matrix y1, y2, y3, the first derivative, second derivative. Fine. But the question arises is how we can find y1 and y2. Fine. So once we can find the value of y1 and y2, we need the second order differential equations. Fine. Where coefficients of the a0, p and x are my continuous functions. Now clearly say it's a second order differential equation. Then you have the two solutions. y1 and y2 are my solutions. अब ये solution आपके Li भी हो सकते हैं और Ld भी हो सकते हैं. Fine. The first remark is if y1 and y2 are Ld, then the Wronskian between the y1 and y2 is always 0. If y1 and y2 are Li, then you can say the Wronskian between the y1 and y2 is non-zero, and this result hold for all x in the interval, and this again hold for all x in the interval. But make sure students, if you prove that the Wronskian between y1 and y2 is 0, it doesn't imply that y1 and y2 are Ld. Fine. It doesn't mean that they are Ld. Fine. It may or may not be Ld. Second important point is the Wronskians of the y1 and y2 does not changes the sign. Does not change the sign. And this property is a very important property and very useful to discard the option. What is the meaning of the change in sign is, if I say the Wronskian at the point x0 is positive, fine, then it implies Wronskian at the point x is also positive for all x belongs to the interval I, and that interval I must contain the point x0, जिस point पे आपने निकालना है. Similarly, if you prove that the Wronskian at the given point is less than 0, which implies Wronskian at the point x is also less than 0 for all x in the I, and that I must contains x0. मैं ये notation लिख रहा हूँ x0. What is the meaning of this case is, that means Wronskian of the function y1 at the point x0, y2 at the point x0. Fine. अगर मैंने यहाँ पे कहीं पे लिख दिया Wronskian at half, the meaning is you can find the value of the y1 at the point half, comma y2 at the point half. Clear? So this property is one of the most important property. Another important property is Abel's formula, and that property is a very important property. The Abel's formula say you can find the Wronskian at any point which is equal to Wronskian at the point x0. x0 must contains in the I. Fine. Is e raised to power minus integration coefficient of the y dash divided by coefficient of y double dash. अगर remember students, अगर आपको किसी भी statement में if whenever you will see y1 and y2 are my solutions, fine, or whenever you have seen the y1 and y2 are my fundamental solution, fine, fundamental solution means they are Li, and once they are Li, then by using my previous remark y1 and y2 are li, that means the Wronskian is non-zero. Then always try to adopt the Wronskian approach. The last and the most important concept is, if you find the Wronskian at any point alpha is my 0, value of the y2 at the another again the same point at my 0. क्या मतलब हुआ? That means alpha is the common root, or you can say the zeros of the y1 and y2. Fine. So once you can see there is a common 0, it implies y1 and y2 are LD. And once you can say that they are LD, that means y1 and y2 is my 0. Fine. Or you can say the value of the y1 and y2 at the point alpha is my 0. Fine. अगर किसी एक पॉइंट पे 0 है, that means you can see the Wronskian at the given point x is also 0 for all x belongs to the I, and that I must contains alpha. Fine. In other words, if I say the Wronskian at the point 3 is equal to 0, can you say the Wronskian at the point x is also 0 for all x belongs to the 4, 7? Answer is may or may not be. May or may not. Why? Because the given point 3 does not belongs to the 4, 7. However, if I say the Wronskian of x is 0 for all x belongs to the 0, open interval, then the answer is yes. Why? Because 3 belongs to this interval. Fine. So based on single trick, I can solve all the differential equations problem. अगर आप और वीडियोस चाहते हो, you can see my playlist IIT JAM Mathematics, and you can see the differential equations, exact differential equations, functions, series, functions, relations, all are available in this playlist. If you are the students of the GATE Mathematics, you can see the various lectures available free of cost, all with the help of the shortcut tricks. Chaliye, let's start with the first question. In this video, I can solve all those questions related to the GATE, IIT JAMs, CSIR NET, all with the help of the shortcut tricks. Fine. चलिए start करते हैं first question के साथ. y1 and y2 are the li. That means y1 and y2 are my non-zero. Fine. Wronskian is non-zero. और कभी भी आपको ये एक ऐसी कंडीशन दिखाई दे जाए y1 and y2 और उसी का डेरिवेटिव, एंड डेरिवेटिव मस्ट बी एट द सेम पॉइंट. फाइन. ये सारे पॉइंट सेम होने चाहिए, चाहे ये 0 है, चाहे 1 है, चाहे 4 है, चाहे -7 and so on. Then you can find the Wronskian at the point 0. So that is a y2 -1 and 2. Answer will be 6 minus 5 is 1, which is my positive. इसका मतलब Wronskian किसी भी पॉइंट पे हमेशा पॉजिटिव ही आएगा. तो अगर कोई ऑप्शन इसमें से नेगेटिव है, यू कैन डिस्कार्ड देम. व्हाई? बिकॉज Wronskian does not change the sign. Fine. Does not change sign. Now how you can find the Wronskian at the point? You can use the Abel's formula. Wronskian at the point 0, e raised to power minus coefficient of the y dash divided by 1 plus x square. So Wronskian is my 1. I can multiply by half. So it's a log of 1 plus x square. Answer is 1 plus x square. Now your target is to find the value of the half. So it is 1 plus 4 root 5 over 4. Root 5 over 4 root 5 over 2. That is a B is the correct answer of the problem. y1 and y2 are the two solutions बोला है. So that means they may be Li or it may be LD. Fine. अच्छा, अगर इस स्टेटमेंट को ध्यान से देखो, क्या इन्होंने आपसे पूछा है कि y1 का क्या आंसर आएगा और y2 क्या होगा? नो, ये तो नहीं पूछा ना. फाइन. तो इसलिए हम निकाल नहीं रहे. y1 and y2 are the two solutions. Which of the following is the general solution? How you can write the general solution? Fine. We all know the general solution of any differential equation is y1 y is equal to c1 y1 plus c2 y2 plus c3 y3 and so on. But that solution is depending upon whether you have a homogeneous differential equations or non-homogeneous डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन। फाइन, अगर तो ये होमोजेनियस डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन है, then what are the condition on the C1, C2 and so on? They are the part of the real lines only. Fine, but if they are from the non-homogeneous, then it must be coefficient of the yi's. The sum of the coefficient of yi must be 1. If this condition satisfied, then only you can say this is the general solution. Now look at the given statement, whether they are homogeneous or non-homogeneous. Right hand side is non-zero, that means the solution, the given solution is my non-homogeneous. फाइन, अब किसी क्या इसमें पूछा इन्होंने y1 की वैल्यू क्या होगी, नहीं ना पूछा, तो आपका शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स क्या लगी आपको, सम ऑफ द कोफिशिएंट मस्ट बी 1। तो पहले फर्स्ट पार्ट में देख लेते हैं, व्हाट इज द कोफिशिएंट इज C1 plus C2, is it 1 always? Is it 1 always? No, because I can choose any number C1 and C2. I can choose C1 is 4, C2 is 7, so first option is cancelled. Look at the second, coefficient of the y1 is 1 plus c, coefficient of y2 is minus c, which is 1 always true. Third option, coefficient of the y1 c plus 1, coefficient of the y2 is minus 1. Is it always 1? No, because c belongs to the R. Look at the fourth option, coefficient of the y1 is c1 plus c2, coefficient of the y2 is c1 minus c2. The answer is twice of c1. Is it always 1? No, because c1 and c2 are, you can choose any number. So the right answer is B is the correct answer. Okay, look at this next one. Phi and psi are the two linearly independent solutions. So psi is my non-zero. Fine. Then you can choose phi and psi such that, okay, बच्चों कभी भी हमेशा एक बात याद रखो, जब कभी भी कुछ ऐसा इंटरवल आ जाए आपके पास, फाइन, कोई भी अल्फा चूज करो, कोई भी बीटा चूज करो, इस तरह से चूज करो कि जीरो जो है इस इंटरवल में लाई कर जाए ऑलवेज। फाइन, तो मैं चूज कर सकता हूं अल्फा इज -1, बीटा इज 1, फाइन, और यू कैन चूज अल्फा इज माई -3, बीटा इज इक्वल टू 4, फाइन, or you can choose alpha is my minus pi, beta is my pi by 2, and so on. Fine, so choice on your side. So for the sake of convenience, what I can do, I can choose any alpha and beta so that 0 belongs to the alpha here. Fine, so I can choose alpha is my -1, beta is equal to 1. Clear बच्चों? Now क्लियर, तो अभी इस वाली शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स में मैंने आपको क्या बताया था, वेन एवर यू आर लुकिंग फॉर दी कंटिन्यूटी एंड डिफरेंशियबिलिटी, फाइन, और इस लिमिट्स में मैंने आपको एक शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स दी थी, क्या शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स दी थी मैंने आपको, वेन एवर यू हैव द एक्स अप्रोचेस टू द जीरो, यू कैन रिप्लेस साइन एक्स टू बी 1, सॉरी साइन एक्स टू बी द जीरो, अगर आपको याद आ गया हो, फाइन, कोस एक्स टू बी 1, e raised to power x टू बी 1, फाइन, यही शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स दी थी, यू मस्ट वॉच इट बच्चों, ये ट्रिक्स आपको किसी कोई और नहीं बताएगा आपको, फाइन। तो जैसे अब देखो जीरो पे आ गया ना आपका सोल्यूशन, तो मैं इस cos x को क्या रिप्लेस कर दूं 1, तो आपका इक्वेशन क्या बन गया, y डबल डैश प्लस y इज इक्वल टू 0, तो आपके सोल्यूशन क्या क्या आ गए इसमें से, वन सोल्यूशन इज cos x, सेकंड इज माई sin x, फाइन, इन दोनों में से कोई एक फाई होगा, कोई एक साई होगा, फाइन। अब फाई ऐसा लेना है जिसकी दोनों वैल्यूज 0 आ जाए, तो मैं इसको फाई ले लेता हूं, फाइन, और इंटरवल को बदल देता हूं पाई में, फाइन, तो अल्फा मैंने ले लिया माइनस ऑफ पाई, बीटा इज अगेन पाई, दोनों वैल्यू 0 हो गई, दैट नंबर इज माई साई। नाउ लुक एट द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, पी फाई डैश, फाई का डेरिवेटिव कितना हो गया, कोस ऑफ माइनस एंड इट्स कोस ऑफ पाई, सो दैट विल बी cos square pi which is always greater than 0, but counter example से आप करेक्ट नहीं कर पाओगे ना इससे। Look at the second option, Q statement, phi of x sin of x into cos of x, he said it can never be 0 whenever x belongs to the minus pi to plus pi. Is it true? Wrong, because if you choose x is my pi by 2 which belongs to this interval and that this value is my 0, therefore Q is my false statement. So B option and D options cancel out. Fine. Now, how you can check whether the first option is correct or wrong? You can see this number is my alpha, this is my beta, and it is given that phi is my non-zero for all x lies between alpha and beta. तो ग्राफ कैसा हो सकता है? ग्राफ may be look like say this one, fine, और दूसरा ग्राफ क्या हो सकता है आपके पास? ग्राफ आपका ऐसा भी हो सकता है, fine. So look at the first case, that means at the point alpha the slope is my increasing, that means what is the value of the phi dash alpha is a positive, और यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Decreasing, that means phi dash of beta is my less than 0. If you find the product, that's a less than 0, that means this case is my false statement. Similarly for this case, यहाँ पे आपका ग्राफ नीचे को जा रहा है, that's a decreasing, phi dash of alpha is less than 0, here the slope is increasing, phi dash of beta is my greater than 0, again the product is my less than 0, but he said positive, so both are my false statement is the right answer. Fine, clear? तो देखिए सबसे पहले मैंने क्या करा, मैंने इस डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन को सिंप्लीफाई कर लिया. फाइन, अगर आप चाहते हो, इफ यू वांट दैट how you can find these solutions, like for example this is the case, okay, इसमें भी आपको solution नहीं पूछा, okay, इस केस में भी आपको solution नहीं पूछा, but how you can find the solutions of the differential equation, how you can find the solution of this differential equation. If you want, I can again teach you with the 15-second time periods again, okay. अगर आप चाहते हो कि if you really want to learn how you can find the solution in a 15-second time periods, let me know in the comment box. I will upload the part B. I will upload the part B of the differential equations. Fine. In the part B, I will tell you how you can find the solution of the differential equation in the 15-second time periods. But make sure I will upload the next video only if you can like and comment on this video here. And if I get a good response on this video, I will definitely upload the next video very soon. Chaliye, look at the next one. y1 and y2 are the Li. Once they are Li, that means the Wronskian is my non-zero. Then you can see Wronskian is my 1 is given, so I can start with the Wronskian at the point 1 e raised to power, because 1 is my lower limit. Fine. Coefficient of the y dash is minus 2x divided by x square. So Wronskian at x is 1. This is e raised to power 2 ln of x. The answer is x square. So what is the answer of the Wronskian 3 minus Wronskian 2? It is 9 minus 4. 5 is the right answer of the problem. तो आप देखो कितने सेकंड लगे आपको सॉल्व करने के लिए? 15 सेकंड लगेंगे ना सॉल्व करने के लिए, और 15 सेकंड ही लगेंगे आपको वीडियो को लाइक करने में और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने में. Okay, look at this one. y1, y2, y3 are the linearly independent solutions. That means Wronskian between the y2, y3 is my non-zero. Again, you can see आप इसके solutions को आप कैसे solve करोगे? You can get the solution in the 15-second time periods. Fine. मैं इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ, अगर आप चाहते हो, then I can upload the videos, but you have to like and comment on this video and let me know in the comment box. Fine. If the Wronskian is non-zero, can you find these solutions? You can see it's a constant coefficients 6m square plus 11m minus 6 0, and it's a very famous. You can find the roots m minus 1, m minus 2, m minus 3. So the value of the m is 1, 2, and 3. Fine. So your y1 solution will be c1 e raised to power x. y2 is my c2 e raised to power 2x. y3 will be c3 e raised to power 3x, and you can see each function is in terms of the exponential. Fine. So which implies the Wronskians between the y1, y2 and y3 are also in the form of the exponential, where how you can find the alpha? Alpha is the sum of the roots of the given differential equations. Fine. So what is the roots? 1, 2, 3. So that means if the Wronskian is given in the terms of e raised to power bx, what is my b? B is nothing but the sum of the root. Sum of the root is 6, and they are talking about the value of the b. 6 is the right answer of the problem. L of y x square, y double dash, p and q are the real constants, y1 and y2 are the solutions. It may be Li or it may be Ld. So now अगर आपको ये पॉइंट मिल गया, you can find the Wronskians at the point x naught. y1 dash 1, y1 dash 0, 0 and 1. Wronskian is my positive. So once the Wronskian is positive, that means is my non-zero. Fine. That implies Wronskian of the x is my non-zero for all those x in the interval I which contains x naught. तो अगर आपका Wronskian non-zero है, that means whether they are LD, no. Fine. So y1 is a constant multiple of the LD. अगर ये constant multiple हुआ, that means they are LD. Once they are LD, then it means the Wronskian is 0, but we get Wronskian is non-zero. Fine. और यहाँ पे देखिए Wronskian is my positive. Fine. So we will get Wronskian at the point x is also positive. Why? Because Wronskian does not change the sign. Fine. First option is y is not the constant multiples. If it is not the constant multiple, that means Wronskian is, that means the y1 and y2 are Li. If they are Li, that means Wronskian is my non-zero. The first option is the correct option. Okay, look at the third options. 1 and ln x are the solutions. अब simple solution की बारे में बात हो रही है. Whether they are Li or LD, ये तो नहीं कहा इन्होंने. Fine. So they simply say they are Li or not, or they are solution or not. Case is p is equal to 1, q is equal to 0. Your given differential equation when p is equal to 1, x square, y is 0. Fine. So firstly we will see whether 1 is the solution or not. So if you substitute y double dash plus x, 0 is equal to 0 satisfied. Yes, 1 is the solution. Whether ln x is a solution or not, so we will see second derivative of the ln x is minus 1 over x square. First derivative is 1 over x. 0 is equal to 0 satisfied. Yes, they are solutions. x and lx are the solution when p plus q is non-zero. मैं फिर से यही केस ले लेता हूँ. Fine. अब इसका भी चेक कर लेते हैं. ln x is a solution. Is the x is the solution? So we will substitute x square, second derivative is 0, first derivative is 1. Is it 0? It is 0 only when x is 0, but you can see the given statement said x is my non-zero. Fine. So that means this is not the solution. That means x is not the solution. The right answers are A and C are the correct option. y1 and y2 are the solution of the differential equations. से फिर से दे दिया आपको. Wronskian at the point निकाल लेते हैं. It is 3, it is minus 1, it is minus 5 and a. So that will be 3a minus 5. Fine. Wronskian किसी एक पॉइंट पे पॉजिटिव है. Wronskian at some point is 4, which is positive. That means this number must be positive. So you can see the fourth option is cancelled out. Fine. और बाकी पे देख लेते हैं. 6 minus 5 positive, 12 minus 5 positive, all are positive. Then you can apply the Abel's formula. Wronskian at the point x, e raised to power minus coefficient of the y dash, there is a 0. Fine. So this number is my 4. It is 3a minus 5. A will be 3 is the right answer of the problem. Fine. Again, यहां से अगर आप इसका सोल्यूशन निकालना चाहो, व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ दी y1 एंड y2, फाइन, तो वो सोल्यूशन मैं आपको नेक्स्ट वीडियो में बताऊंगा. इफ यू रियली वांट्स, एज यूजुअल यू कैन सेंड मी इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. y1 and phi1 and phi2 आर द लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट सॉल्यूशंस. अब यहां पे कहीं पे भी आपको Wronskian के बारे में नहीं कहा गया. फाइन. यहां पे आपको कहीं भी Wronskian के बारे में नहीं कहा गया. फाइन. दे आर Li's, तो दैट मींस Wronskian इज नॉन जीरो, लेकिन ऑप्शंस में Wronskian नहीं कहा. फाइन. अब आप देखिए शॉर्टकट टिप्स मेरी. फाइन. इसका मतलब क्या है, इसमें आपको phi1 ही निकालना पड़ेगा. योर टारगेट इज टू फाइंड दी सॉल्यूशंस. तो मैं एक क्वेश्चन आपको करके दिखा रहा हूं. whenever you have the differential equations y double dash plus p of x y dash plus q of x y is 0. Fine. You can how you can find the solution? You can convert into r minus 1 plus capital of a r plus b is equal to 0, where a, this approach is applicable only when you able to find the solutions at the point 0. तो यहाँ पे आपको देखो लिमिट 0 पे निकालनी है ना. So where a is limit x approaches 0, x into px. Fine. Make sure the y double dash need to be 1. नहीं है तो इसमें नहीं है तो पहले डिवाइड कर देंगे. And b is my limit x approaches 0, x square p x square of qx. फाइन. क्लियर. जैसे ही आप ये बना लोगे देन यू कैन गेट दी सॉल्यूशन, और यहां से सॉल्व करोगे यू विल गेट द टू रूट्स r1 एंड r2. फाइन. तो देयरफॉर आपका सॉल्यूशन क्या हो जाएगा? y1 इज x रेज़ टू पावर r1 एंड y2 विल बी x रेज़ टू पावर r2. फाइन. ये मेरी शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स है, इसकी कंप्लीट वीडियो मैं आपको नेक्स्ट वीडियो में बताऊंगा. फाइन. लेकिन मैं इसका सॉल्यूशन बता दे रहा हूं आपको. सबसे पहले क्या करें, इसका कोफिशिएंट को 1 बना लें. फाइन. तो मैं यही लिख देता हूं y डबल डैश हाफ एक्स स्क्वायर x प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर ऑफ y डैश प्लस हाफ एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 2 ऑफ y. फाइन. तो कैन यू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ द कैपिटल A? x इंटू, जैसे आप इसको x से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे 1x विल बी कैंसल, सो द लिमिट विल बी माइनस हाफ. What is the b? If you multiply by x square and take the limit x approaches 0, answer is minus 1. So therefore, your given differential equation becomes r minus 1, a is my minus half, b is my minus 1. Fine. Now you can see, if you take the LCM, you said 2r square minus 3r minus 2 is equal to 0. Can you find the roots? 2r square minus 4r plus r minus 2, 0. r will be my 2 and r will be minus half. So you have the two solution. One is the x square and second is x raised to power minus half. Is it okay? But you can see phi of 1 is a 0, but this can never be 0. That number is my phi 1. तो जो बाकी रह गया that is my phi 2. Fine. अब आप सब्स्टिट्यूशन कर दीजिए यहाँ पे, जो रह गया बाकी x रेज़ टू पावर n, phi of 2 दैट इज 1 ओवर रूट x इंटू एक्स स्क्वायर. तो ये कितना बन गया आपके पास? लिमिट x अप्रोचेस 0, x रेज़ टू पावर n माइनस 5 ओवर 2. सो व्हेन इट विल बी 0, ये 0 कब होगा? व्हेनेवर n माइनस 5 ओवर 2 मस्ट बी ग्रेटर देन 0. फाइन. बिकॉज अगर इक्वालिटी भी होगी तो लिमिट 1 हो जाएगी. दैट मीन्स n मस्ट बी ग्रेटर देन ऑफ 5/2. और क्या पूछा इन्होंने? पॉजिटिव इंटीजर्स. सो व्हाट इज द स्मॉलेस्ट पॉजिटिव इंटीजर? 3 इज द राइट आंसर ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम. फाइन. अगर आप इस तरह से, और देखिए मैंने सॉल्यूशन निकाल दिया ना आपको, y1 एंड y2, दीस आर द सॉल्यूशंस, दे आर द li एज वेल. ओके, y1 एंड y2 आर द टू li सॉल्यूशंस. एंड यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी रोन्स्कियन नहीं पूछा, लेकिन हर क्वेश्चन में आपको x अप्रोचेस 0 पूछा है. फाइन. फाइन. तो मैं फिर से यही अप्रोच लगा देता हूं. एंड यू कैन सी इट्स अ गेट एंड दिस CSIR नेट. हमेशा रिपीट होते हैं क्वेश्चन भी. और क्या शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स बताई थी? व्हेनेवर x अप्रोचेस 0, तो आपको sin x को क्या लिख सकते हो आप? 0. cos x को क्या लिख सकते हो आप? 1. फाइन. बच्चों मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं, यू मस्ट वॉच अबाउट द लिमिट, कंटिन्यूटी एंड डिफरेंशियबिलिटी लेक्चर्स. फाइन. तो आपकी डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन किस में बन गई? मैं x के से भी डिवाइड कर दे रहा हूं. y डबल डैश sin x विल बी 0, एक x कैंसिल हो जाएगा, 1 ओवर 2x y डैश, और cos इज माई 1, 3 ओवर 2x स्क्वायर, y इज इक्वल टू 0. नाउ यू कैन राइट द सॉल्यूशन r. फाइन. इसको क्या करेंगे? x से मल्टीप्लाई करके सॉल्यूशन निकालो, दैट्स अ हाफ ही रह गया. फाइन. एंड इट विल बी 3 ओवर 2. 2 विल बी एलसीएम, 2r स्क्वायर minus r minus 3 is equal to 0. Fine. Now can you find the solution? So can you find the value of the r? So 2r square minus 3r plus 2r minus 3 is equal to 0. So r will be 3 over 2, r will be minus 1. Fine. So your solutions are x raised to power 3 by 2, x raised to power minus 1. Now it's given that y2 must be 0. So that number is my y2 and that number is y1. फाइन नाउ मैं यहां पे लिख दे रहा हूं आपको y1 इज 1 over x, y2 इज, तो कितना समय लगा आपको सोल्यूशन निकालने में? 15 सेकंड से, 1 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं लगेगा. जब प्रैक्टिस कर लोगे तो 15 सेकंड लगेंगे. फाइन, क्लियर. नाउ लुक एट द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, लिमिट x, बिकॉज ये अप्रोच तभी लगेगी वेन एवर यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दी x अप्रोच इज 0. द फर्स्ट वन इज y2 डिवाइडेड बाय x square into y1. तो when you take x approach is 0, तो ये कितना हो गया आपके पास root x, and x approach is 0 is a 0 existence. Fine. Look at the second option, y2 divided by x into y1, 1. It goes to the 0 as x approach is 0 existence. Fine. Look at the third options, x into y1, 1 divided by x2, which goes to the infinity. That means the limit does not exist. Yes, this option is also correct. Fourth option is x square into y1 divided by x raised to power 3 over 2. That means 1 over root x, which goes to the infinity. That means limit exists. That's wrong. A, B, C are the right answer of the problem. And you can see that it's a recent year paper. How many seconds you needed? Fine. तो ये solution निकालने की shortcut tricks है. फाइन, जो आई कैन प्रोवाइड यू फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑलवेज. चलिए यहाँ पे फिर से देखिए आपको क्या दे दिया. इनिशियल पॉइंट सेम है ना आपके पास, रोन्स्कियन एट द पॉइंट 0 पे निकालो क्विकली से. 1, y2 is 0, 0, 1, which is my 1, which is a positive. Fine. Then which of the following are the solutions? चलिए, there is no issue. Okay, now your differential equation is y double dash px y dash qx of the y which is 0. यहाँ पे a0 ले लेते हैं. Fine. Now remember students, whenever you have a0, p and q, these are the functions. Whenever these functions are my periodic, fine, then whatever the solution you have obtained is also periodic. Fine, is also periodic. अब आप यहाँ देखिए coefficient is my 1 which is a periodic function, cos x is periodic, sin x is periodic. So इसका मतलब इसके जो भी solutions आएंगे, इसके solutions क्या है आपके पास, phi1 and phi2, they are also periodic. Fine. And because what is the period of the p and q? The period of the p and q as well as the 1 is 2 pi. So that means the phi1 and phi2 are the periodic functions of period 2 pi. Clear? अगर यहाँ पे tan x होता, tan x is a periodic function with the period pi, then phi1 and phi2 are the periodic function with the period pi. Fine. अब कौन से ऐसे function है जिसका period 2 pi होता है? That means इनमें से कोई, दोनों में से एक आपके पास cos x होगा और एक sin x होगा आपके पास. Fine. But we need फाई ऐसा लेना जिसका 0 पॉइंट पे 1 आ जाए. तो cos of 0 is 1 और फाई 2 आपको ऐसा लेना जिस पे वैल्यू 0 आ जाए. फाइन. तो ये आपके पास टेम्परेरी सॉल्यूशंस हो गए. फाइन. नाउ फर्स्ट वन, whether the phi 1, because phi is the periodic functions with the period 2 pi, so yes, phi 1 of x plus 2y is also the solutions. X plus 4 pi, yes, because 2 pi is a period, 4 pi is also a period. Yes, second option is also correct. Look at the third option, phi 2, that is a sine. What is the sine of x plus 4 pi? Is a sin x. Right hand side is a cos x plus b sin x. So can you find the value of the a and b? If you compare the coefficient, a is my 0, b is my 1, but he said there is no constant, but that's wrong. And look at the fourth options. Right hand side is sine of x plus 2 pi, again sin x, which is equal to a cos x plus b sin x. Yes, you can again obtain the value of a is 0, b is 1. He said there exist. क्या आपको मिला है ए और बी रियल में से? यस, यू कैन गॉट दैट. सो द राइट आंसर इज ए, बी एंड डी आर द राइट आंसर ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम. Consider the ordinary differential equations, then there exist the continuous functions p, q and r such that u1 and u2 are the solutions. ये solution आपके li भी हो सकते हैं और ld भी हो सकते हैं. Then your target is to find the Wronskians at the point Wronskian of the function u1 and u2. Fine. Very very simple. मैंने एक आपको शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स बताई है. वो क्या बताइए आपको, जो हर बार यूज कर रहा हूं, Wronskian does not change the sign. फाइन, यही मतलब है ना आपके पास. फाइन, तो देखिए फर्स्ट ऑप्शन Wronskian इज 2t minus 1. यू कैन सी, अगर मैं जीरो ले लूं बिकॉज जीरो इज द बिलोंग, तो आंसर कितना हो गया आपका, लेस देन जीरो. इफ आई चूज द Wronskian एट द पॉइंट 0.7 विच इज माई पॉजिटिव, यहां तो साइन चेंज हो गया, बट दैट मीन्स द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज नॉट ट्रू because Wronskian can never change the sign of them, because sign value is always lies between -1 and 1. So कुछ वैल्यू के लिए ये नेगेटिव आएगा, कुछ के लिए पॉजिटिव आएगा. So that means sign changes, that is not possible. Cos, again cos is lies between -1 to +1. So again they changes the sign, which is not possible. The right option is D is the right answer because it is always a positive number. Second method. Fine, we can see Wronskian is 2t minus 1. अगर मैं Wronskian एक हाफ पे निकालूं तो कितना आंसर आ रहा है इसका, 0. अगर किसी पॉइंट पे 0 है, दैट मीन्स Wronskian of x will be 0 for all those x in the interval I, and this interval I must contain, किस पॉइंट पे आपने वैल्यू निकाली है, हाफ पे. इज इट ट्रू? क्या half is belongs to this interval? Is it true the Wronskian is 0 for all? That's wrong, because if you find the Wronskian at 1 and 1 is my non-zero, so इसका मतलब again the first option is cancelled. Similarly, if you look about the second, if you find the Wronskian at some point, let's say at the point 0, which is 0, but you can never say Wronskian is non-zero for some, you can see for all t is non-zero for all t. Fine, because आप इसके बीच में कोई भी एक पॉइंट ले लो, say let's say is 1/3, it's a non-zero. Again second option is cancelled. Similarly, if you take t is equal to 1/4, then Wronskian at the point 1/4 is 0 for the third options, but Wronskian is non-zero for all t. That means the third option is also cancelled. Right option is the D is the right answer. Okay, look at this next one. P and Q are the P is a continuous function such that y double dash plus 1 plus x square y dash. P is my continuous function, so you can choose any function. So let's say P is equal to 1. Fine. Such that Wronskian at the point 1 is A, Wronskian at the point 2 is B, Wronskian at the point C is 3C. Fine. So again, I can use that Wronskian does not change the sign. What does that meaning of that? That means either A, B, C all are my positive, or A, B, C all are my negative. Fine. But you can see the first option. First option say A is my negative. That means the Wronskian of 1 is negative, and the Wronskian of the 2 is my positive. That is not possible. There is some relation between them. A, B, both are positive. Now, what is the relation between them? So again, we can find the Abel's formula. Wronskian at any point, find e raised to power minus integration of this portion. So x plus x cube by 3. Now clearly say this portion is always my positive. Fine, is always a positive, and w of x naught is my constant number. It implies w of x is greater than of the w of x naught. Fine, and is it okay because this number is always a positive? fine, or you can say wx over is always a greater than 1. But if w of x naught is my negative, अगर ये w x naught नेगेटिव हो गया, दैट मीनिंग ऑफ दैट w इज माय डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शंस. एंड अगर आपके पास रोन्सकियन किसी एक पॉइंट पे पॉजिटिव हो गया, देन रोन्सकियन इज माय इंक्रीजिंग फंक्शंस. फाइन. तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इफ इट इज अ डिक्रीजिंग, तो डिक्रीजिंग का मतलब क्या हो गया आपके पास? दैट मीन्स a इज ग्रेटर देन b इज ग्रेटर देन c. जैसे जैसे x बड़ा, डिक्रीजिंग होगा. और इफ इट इज इंक्रीजिंग, a is less than b is less than c. That implies your solution will be like either a less than b less than c or a greater than b greater than c. So yes, यहाँ पे और लिखा हुआ है. That's a fine statement. Fine. अब अगर ये condition satisfied है, you can see the last case, a less than b and b less than c. इसका मतलब कुछ ऐसा होगा या फिर ये होगा. But that is not possible. यहाँ तो साइन चेंज हो गया. That's neither increasing nor decreasing. So D option is cancelled out. Fine. Now look at the C options. What is the sign of the A over A mod? Which is plus minus 1. Similarly, B over B mod is plus minus 1. C over C mod is plus minus 1. They are same. So B and C are the right answer of the problem. Look at the next one. Y1 and Y2 are the two solutions of the differential equations such that y of 0 is equal to 0. What is the y? Y means y1 and y2, which implies y1 at the point 0 is 0, y2 at the point 0 is equal to 0. Then which of the following statements are true? इससे क्या मीनिंग हुआ? That means 0 is the common zeros of the y1 and y2. Fine. What is the meaning of the zero commons? That means y1 and y2 are LD, and once the y1 and y2 are LD, you can say the y1 and y2 Wronskian is 0 for all x or for all t. यहाँ पे t की बात हो रही है. Then for all t in the R, इस R के अंदर 0 belongs करना चाहिए, तो होता ही है वो. That means Wronskian is my 0 for all t. Yes, Wronskian is a C and C is some positive in constant. Fine. अगर यहाँ positive ना लिखा होता तो then it may be possible true. तो 0 भी तो हो सकता है ना. W is a non-constant positive function, but it's always a constant 0. इसका ये ऑप्शन देखिए आप. इसका क्या मतलब है? That means Wronskian is negative, or from this case Wronskian is positive. But we all know Wronskian does not change the sign. देखिए मैं सारे ऑप्शंस चेंज द साइन से डिस्कार्ड करते जा रहा हूं, तो ये ऑप्शन तो पहले ही डिस्कार्ड हो गया. बट वी कैन ऑल्सो सी द Wronskian is a 0. So that means the right answer is only A is the correct option. Y double dash plus P are the smooth functions. Smooth function means you can say it's a differentiable. Y1 and Y2 are the solutions. Solution बोला है, it may be Li, it may be LD. Fine. W is the corresponding Wronskian. First option. Y1, Y2 are LD. What does it means? The Wronskian is 0 for all x. ये तो प्रॉपर्टी है, लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या कह रहा है? Wronskian is 0 for some x while for some is a non-zero. That option is cancelled. Again, you can see we all know Wronskian does not change the sign. फाइन. यहाँ पे तो कह रहा है कुछ किसी एक के लिए पॉजिटिव हो गया, किसी एक के लिए नेगेटिव हो गया, किसी के लिए 0 हो गया. दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. लुक एट द सेकंड. y1 and y2 are Li. That means Wronskian is non-zero for all x, but he said 0. Third option. If they are LD, Wronskian is 0 for all x, but he said non-zero. Third option is also cancelled. Fourth option is a non-zero for the Li. Yes, the D is the right answer of the problem. Okay, look at this another one. Y1 and Y2 are the solutions whether they are Li or LD. Fine. Again, आपको ये मिल गया ना, same point. Fine. So we can find the Wronskian at the point 0. Y1. Fine. Y2. y1 dash, y2 dash. If you find the determinant is 3 root 2 which is my positive number. इसका मतलब किसी भी पॉइंट पे Wronskian निकालोगे that is always my positive. Fine, because Wronskian does not change the sign. लेकिन D ऑप्शन में आपको आंसर क्या दे रहा है? Wronskian is negative. That option is cancelled. Now you can find the Wronskian at the point by using the Abel's formula. Wronskian at the point 0, e raised to power minus coefficient of the y dash divided by cos x. Fine. That number is 3 root 2. What is the integration of the tan x? Integration of the tan x is minus log of the cos x. So minus minus positive. It's a e raised to power log x. So that will be 3 root 2 cos x. Your target is to find the Wronskian at pi by 4. So what is the Wronskian at pi by 4? Cos pi by 4 is root 1 by root 2. So root 2 is cancelled. C is the right answer of the problem. Fine. और फिर से आप देखिए अगर आप इसका solution निकालना चाहते हो, fine, because x approaches 0 is there, I can replace cos to be the 1, sin to be the 0, e raised to power to be the 1. So my differential equation becomes y dash minus 2y is equal to 0 and I can find the solutions in a very simple manner. मैं next part में आपको जरूर बताऊंगा, लेकिन depending that if you really want. Consider the equations where a is the continuous functions of the period t. A is any continuous functions. I can choose a is my 1. Fine. सबसे पहले तो ये कंडीशन से Wronskian निकाल लेते हैं, चाहे काम आए चाहे ना आए निकालिए जरूर. 1 0 0 1. That means Wronskian is my non-zero. That means it must be positive. कोई Wronskian negative तो नहीं है? नहीं. Then by using the Abel's formula we can find the Wronskian at the point 0, e raised to power coefficient of the y dash. There is no coefficient. Fine. So that means this is 0. तो आंसर कितना हो गया? Wronskian of the x is my 1 for all x. लेकिन second option आपको क्या कह रहा है? e raised to power x. So second is cancelled. First option is the correct one. Now phi and phi 1, phi and phi 2. What is the phi 1 and phi 2? Are the bases. Basis means Li. Li of the given differential equations. If I choose a is equal to 1, fine, तो ये बन गया. तो इसके दो solution बनेंगे. One is the cos x, second is the sin x. इन दोनों में से कोई एक phi 1 होगा, कोई एक phi 2 होगा. Phi 1 is all those whose point 0 is my 1. So that means cos of 0 is 1. Fine. Now they are my periodic functions. Fine. With the period t. तो इसका period कितना है? t. और a is equal to 1 is also the periodic functions with the period 2 pi. So I can take t is equal to 2 pi. So look at the third option. Phi 1 at t cos of t. Phi 2 dash. If you find the derivative, it's the cos of t. Fine. तो ये कितना हो गया? Twice cos of t and the period is my 2 pi. What is the value of the cos 2 pi? Cos 2 pi is my 1. So that is a yes, because he said if the given differential equation has a non-trivial, is a non-trivial solutions, they are periodic with the period t. So that means capital T is my 2 pi. Fine. So third is correct option. D option. Phi 1 t cos of t plus phi 2 dash cos of t again. So is a cos of t. Can it be 1? It is 1 only when this number will be half, and half is occurring only at the 60 degree, but 60 degree is not period. Is it the period of for the one constant function के लिए तो period है 60 pi by 3, but sin x and cos x के लिए तो period नहीं है ना. period किसका होना चाहिए? non trivial solution का. So that means this can never be 1. So D option is cancelled. A and C are the right answers. उम्मीद करता हूं वीडियो को लाइक जरूर करोगे आप. Consider the second order differential equation x double dash plus p x dash plus q of x is 0. Again a, b लिखा है. एक ऐसा a ले लो जिसके साथ 0 इसके बीच में बिलोंग कर जाए. Fine. Then which of the following statements are my true? ओके, फर्स्ट ऑप्शन क्या कह रहा है, Wronskian is 0 इन द इंटरवल a कॉमा b। अगर किसी का Wronskian 0 है, what does the meaning of that? They are LD. Can you say no? Remember students, Wronskian is 0, it doesn't implies they are LD. It may be Li. Fine. So how you, okay, we will see the first option later on. W can change the sign. मैं बहुत बार बता चुका हूं, Wronskian can never change the sign. Fine. Look at the third options. Wronskian at some point is my 0. What does it implies? Wronskian at the point t is also 0 for all those intervals. और इस इंटरवल में क्या होना चाहिए, t0 कंटेन होना चाहिए, एंड दैट्स ट्रू बिकॉज t0 क्या रहा है ओपन इस a और b के बीच में कोई भी लोगे तो यहां पे भी मिलेगा वो, दैट मीन्स इज अ 0 सेटिस्फाइड। डी ऑप्शन क्या कह रहा है, Wronskian at the point t0 is my 1, that is a positive, which implies Wronskian at the point t is also positive for all those t in the interval I which contains point t0। लेकिन ये तो exactly 1 कह रहा है, exactly 1 की कोई गारंटी नहीं है, पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए, it may be 2, it may be 0.1, it may be 7, it may be 3 and so on, so that is not true. Fine. Now Wronskian is 0 in the open interval a comma b implies x and y, x1 and x2 are independent. Now how you can check whether they are true or not? Okay, so again that's very simple. What is given to you? It is given that, okay, I can choose a is my -1, b is equal to +1. Fine. So I can choose any 0 in the open interval. So Wronskian is 0. This is given to you. Fine. Now you can find the Abel's formula. Wronskian at the point 0, e raised to power minus coefficient of the x dash with respect to ये derivative t के साथ है आपका. Fine. So Wronskian at the point 0, e raised to power minus of pt is 0. Fine. अगर Wronskian is a 0 for all x, that implies Wronskian is 0 for all x, that means they are LD. Fine. But he said independent. That option is cancelled. Only C is the right answer of the problem. Okay, Wronskian of the two linearly independent solutions, there exists a constant C such that, so I can apply the Wronskian's Abel's formula. Wronskian at the point t, Wronskian at the point 0, e raised to power minus coefficient of the y dash over. Fine. Wronskian at the point 0 is not given, so I can assume is a constant C, e raised to power minus t over 2. B is the right answer of the problem. Okay, look at this another one. P and Q are the continuous real valued functions such that u double dash plus p of u dash plus q of u is 0 and u1 is my positive, u2 is my negative, while u1 at the point 0, u2 at the point 0 is my 0. Which of the following about true? क्या इस ऑप्शन में आपसे पूछा है कि u1 की वैल्यू क्या होगी और u2 की वैल्यू क्या होगी? नहीं ना पूछा, तो सोल्यूशन नहीं पूछ रहे आपसे. फाइन. अगर सोल्यूशन नहीं पूछ रहे देन वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड टू फाइंड द सॉल्यूशंस. इसका क्या मतलब है? दैट मींस 0 इज द कॉमन सॉल्यूशन. फाइन. इज द कॉमन रूट ऑफ u1 and u2. If 0 is the common root, that means u1 and u2 are LD. Fine. If they are LD, that means the Wronskian between the u1 and u2 must be 0. Fine. So we will see. First of all, they are LD. Second option is the correct. First option wrong. Wronskian is 0 for all x. What is the x is? Domain क्या? -1 to 1. He said non-zero for some. That's wrong. C is the, so B and C are the right answers. Okay, look at the next one. The given differential equation is y double dash plus y dash plus y is equal to 0. W is the Wronskian. आप इसकी ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन बना सकते हो. फाइन. ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन तब बनाइए जब आपको क्या चाहिए, solution. अगर आप इसके ऑप्शंस में देखो whether they are talking about the solutions, no, तो इसकी जरूरत ही नहीं है, there is no need. Fine. अब क्या दिया हुआ है आपको, Wronskian at the point half is 0. What does it implies? Wronskian at the point x is also 0 for all those x in the interval I, and that interval I must contain half. Fine. So look at the first one. Half is belongs to the 0, 1. So Wronskian is 0. Yes, satisfied. Half is belongs to this interval, but the Wronskian is 0. But he said Wronskian is non-zero. Half is a part of this case. Wronskian is my positive. That's a non-zero. Strictly greater than, है ना? That's a wrong. Wronskian is less than 0. Again, half इसके अंदर belong कर रहा है, लेकिन ये strictly less than है. That's a wrong option. Fine. अच्छा, अगर यहाँ पे आपसे ये पूछ लिया जाए Wronskian of x is greater than 0 for x belongs to 0, half open interval, then आपका आंसर क्या होगा? Yes. हाफ इसके अंदर बिलोंग तो नहीं करता, नो, इसका मतलब Wronskian जो आपके पास क्या होगा, नॉन जीरो होगा. लेकिन नॉन जीरो का मतलब ये तो नहीं है ना कि वो स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन होगा, इट मे बी लेस देन जीरो. सो अगेन दिस ऑप्शन इज कैंसल आउट. फाइन. चलिए, look at the next one. y1 and y2 are the solutions of the differential equation 2xy dash plus sine e raised to power 2x square of y. ओके, यहां से फिर से आप Wronskian एट द पॉइंट 0 निकाल लेते हैं. दैट विल बी 0, y1 डैश y2 डैश एंड 0. आंसर इज -1. इसका क्या मतलब हो गया, Wronskian किसी भी पॉइंट पे डज नॉट चेंज द साइन, हमेशा लेस देन 0 होगा फॉर ऑल x इन द i, एंड दैट i मस्ट कंटेन्स, किस पॉइंट पे आपका नेगेटिव आया आपका, दैट्स द पॉइंट 0 मस्ट कंटेन्स द ओरिजिन p. फाइन. Okay, then the Wronskian at the point 1, it must be negative. So D and A options पहले cancel कर दो. Fine. Then we can apply the Wronskian's Abel's formula. Wronskian at the point 0, e raised to power minus coefficient of the y dash divided by coefficient of the y. Wronskian at the point of 0 is -1. It's e raised to power x square. Therefore, Wronskian at the point 1 is minus E is the right answer of the problem. So B is the right answer of the problem. Fine. बच्चों मैं बार बार कह रहा हूँ, if you are really interested, you must watch about the solutions videos. Like अगर आप differential equation के और shortcut tricks चाहते हो, till then जब तक मैं next part नहीं upload करता, based on your request and the response on the video, you must watch about the differential equation, exact differential equations. और आप गेट के स्टूडेंट्स हो, CSIR नेट के स्टूडेंट्स हो, यू कैन वॉच अबाउट दिस कंप्लीट प्लेलिस्ट एंड सी द वेरियस शॉर्टकट ट्रिक्स फॉर सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम्स. फाइन. सो आई होप you have really enjoyed this session. I wish you can share this video with your friends, like and comment on the videos. Happy learning students always. Thanks for the watchings. Thanks for the support. Good luck students, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Best wishes.